The story begins with Bart, a cold and calculating man who earns his living through shady, high-interest loans, targeting desperate individuals with no other options. When borrowers fail to repay, Bart doesn't call in collectors. He unleashes something far worse. His own nephew, Danny, has been conditioned like an attack dog. Trained to obey commands, Danny wears a collar that keeps him docile, quiet, submissive, and childlike. But when that collar comes off, he turns into a ruthless, unstoppable fighter. Between violent jobs, Danny lives more like a caged animal than a human being. He eats cheap canned food, spends his time in confinement, and clings to a tattered children's book. One image captivates him, a piano. Though he doesn't know why, it brings him a sense of calm and longing. One day, Bart heads to a new client's office, expecting the usual intimidation routine. But things take a turn. The client's guards are prepared. They disarm Bart and restrain his crew before Bart can signal Danny. With the collar still on, Danny doesn't move, just stands still, blank-faced. Bart manages to escape the guards, scrambles toward Danny, and rips off the collar. Instantly, Danny erupts into violence, a whirlwind of fists and fury. He demolishes every threat in the room. Despite the outcome, Bart isn't pleased. In his eyes, Danny hesitated. A real dog would have protected its master without needing instruction. To prevent hesitation again, Bart creates a new control system, a red light tied to a panic button. When the light flashes, Danny attacks. No thinking, no waiting. At the next job in an old warehouse, Bart sets up the red light and instructs Danny to remain in place, watching for the signal. But in the room with him is something unexpected, a real piano, just like the one in his book. Its presence pulls at Danny. Instead of waiting for the light, he presses a key, fascinated by the gentle tone. Then, someone walks in, a blind man named Sam, a piano tuner. Instead of reacting with fear, Sam welcomes Danny warmly and asks for help. As Sam tunes the piano, he instructs Danny to press keys. When the final chord plays, the beautiful harmony leaves Danny speechless. For a moment, the world softens, but peace doesn't last. Sam hears something, the faint sound of a scuffle. Danny rushes into the next room, but he's too late. Bart and his team have been ambushed. Back home, Bart blames Danny for the failure and locks him in his cage once again. Not long after, Wyatt, a security guard who witnessed Danny's earlier fight, knocks on Bart's door. He isn't angry, he's impressed. He proposes something darker. Underground death matches with high-stakes cash prizes. The catch, the loser doesn't walk away. Bart, greedy and thrilled, agrees immediately. Wyatt arranges a trial match. Danny wins in brutal fashion, leaving the crowd stunned. Bart is ecstatic. The fight earns more than his entire career in loan sharking. Riding high, he offers Danny a rare reward. "What do you want?" he asks. Danny, speaking gently, replies, "A piano." Bart bursts into laughter. A piano? To him, it's absurd. Then, out of nowhere, a truck pulls up and opens fire, riddling Bart's car with bullets. Watching from nearby is a man Bart once humiliated, one of his past victims, now getting revenge. As the truck speeds off, the wreckage is catastrophic, but from the wreck, Danny crawls out, wounded, dazed, but alive. With nowhere to turn, Danny returns to the warehouse, the only place where he ever felt safe. Miraculously, Sam is there, but before Danny can speak, he collapses from blood loss. He wakes up in a strange bed, disoriented and scared. Without thinking, he crawls under the bed, trembling. Sam enters, calm and gentle, holding toast with peanut butter. He tells Danny he's been unconscious for 2 days and assures him there are no expectations. He'll only speak if Danny wants to talk. Danny stays hidden for days, but one afternoon, soft piano music draws him out. In the living room, he meets a teenage girl, Victoria, Sam's stepdaughter. She greets Danny with curiosity and offers him a small keyboard that belonged to her late father, Sam's best friend. That night, for the first time, Danny joins them at the dinner table, awkward, unsure how to hold a spoon, but neither Sam nor Victoria judge. Slowly, Danny begins to feel like part of something, a family. Bart just laughs. Since when does his pathetic nephew care about things like that? He tells Danny he found him on the streets. No one else ever gave a damn. Then, it's back to business. Bart drags him to Wyatt's latest underground match. But before it begins, Danny speaks up quietly. He doesn't want to hurt people anymore. Bart doesn't listen. Instead, he dangles the one thing he knows Danny longs for, a piano. If he fights and wins, he'll buy him one. But Danny still refuses, so Bart pushes harder. The fight begins. But something's off. Wyatt, watching from the sidelines, grows nervous. Danny isn't fighting back. He just stands there, barely dodging, barely defending himself. Bart, furious, tosses a weapon into the ring. Danny hesitates, Before he can react, his opponent snatches the axe. Even with weapons drawn, the match is too tame for Wyatt. No blood, no thrill. So he escalates. More thugs enter the arena. Now Danny is surrounded, outnumbered, and unarmed. He does his best to defend himself, but the fight is brutal. Soon he's on the ground, barely conscious. Bart screams from above. If Danny loses, he dies. That threat finally lights a fire inside him. Danny rises. One by one, he takes them down. When weapons rain from above, he doesn't flinch. He fights with surgical precision. But when it comes down to the final man, he stops. He refuses to kill. Bart is livid. No kill, no payout. His obedient dog just defied him. Back home, Danny is thrown back into the cage. Bart rants about money lost and loyalty broken. Meanwhile, across town, Sam and Victoria sit at the dinner table, sick with worry. They don't know where Danny is or what's being done to him. Later, when Bart leaves, Danny sees his chance. He pries open the cage bars and searches the house. Hidden among dusty papers, he finds an old photo. A young woman at a piano. She looks eerily familiar. When Bart returns, Danny confronts him. He knows the truth now. That woman, she's his mother. But Bart shrugs it off. Says she was just a prostitute who died when Danny was a toddler. Nothing more. The next day, Bart takes Danny along on another job. In the car, he rambles about family sticking together. He means himself and Danny, but he has no idea what's boiling inside his nephew. Suddenly, the driver loses control. The car crashes. Danny escapes. He rips off the collar and runs. He makes it back to Sam and Victoria's house. There, he shows them the photo and repeats what Bart said, but Victoria doesn't believe it. She points to a detail in the photo, the piano. It's in a music school. Sam recognizes the place. He takes Danny there. Inside, they meet an older woman who remembers the girl in the picture. She says Danny's mother was a gifted pianist, full of promise. But one day, she vanished. Rumors swirled. She was in trouble, needed money, maybe got involved with dangerous people. The woman gives Danny another photo. More memories start to return. That night, Danny and Victoria study the new picture. She spots sheet music on the piano and uses a magnifying glass to identify it, a Mozart sonata. She plays it. As the melody fills the room, something inside Danny shatters. He remembers. He remembers hiding in a closet, the sound of men breaking in, his mother trying to fight, and how they killed her in front of him. When Sam returns, Victoria pulls him aside. She tells him Danny remembers everything now. They have to leave town. Fast, but it's already too late. Bart found them. He tracked them down through a store clerk. Now, he's parked outside. Thinking quickly, Danny locks Sam and Victoria in a closet and tells them to stay quiet. Then, he prepares for what's coming. Bart's men storm the house, but Danny meets them head on. The first wave goes down fast. He's no longer the boy they once controlled. Realizing things have spiraled, Bart sends in his secret weapon, a kung fu master. A violent, bone-rattling fight breaks out. Danny and the man crash through apartments, smash furniture, walls, everything. They're evenly matched. Neither one gives an inch. But Danny finds a weak spot. He slams the man through a window. The curtain tears. The fighter plummets and lands on Bart's car, right where Bart is sitting. Furious, Bart grabs a gun and charges inside. He runs into Danny on the stairs. Blinded by rage, Bart says he's lost everything, and it's all Danny's fault. If he'd just obeyed, they could have been rich. Bart fires. Danny vanishes, climbing into the ceiling. Bart storms into Sam's apartment. On a chair sits Danny's collar, waiting. Suddenly, Danny drops from above. Bart looks around and mocks the home. Says Danny doesn't belong in a place like this. Says he ruined the only good thing these people gave him, because he's just a dog. And when a dog turns dangerous, you put it down. But Bart doesn't shoot. He pulls out the collar, trying one last time to control him. Begs Danny to come home. Says it's the only life that fits him. Danny lowers his head and slowly walks toward him. Just as Bart reaches out to snap the collar on, Danny's eyes change. In a blink, he lunges, grabs Bart by the throat and slams him into the wall. Years of rage explode out of him. Victoria screams. Sam bursts from the closet, shouting for Danny to stop. Danny yells that Bart murdered his mother. Sam pleads, tells Danny he's not like Bart. He doesn't have to become him. Danny hesitates. His grip loosens. His hands tremble. Then Bart, even choking, laughs. He spits cruel words about Danny's mother, calls him a killer, says he'll always be just a dog. That's when Sam acts. He grabs a flower pot and smashes it over Bart's head, knocking him out cold. Months later, inside Carnegie Hall, Sam and Danny sit quietly in the audience. On stage, Victoria walks to the piano. She dedicates the piece to Danny and begins to play the Mozart sonata. As the notes drift through the air, Something breaks open in Danny once more. He remembers the song, he remembers his mother, and for the first time in his life, his tears fall not from pain, but from joy. End the movie. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other recaps and subscribe for more content. And leave comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.